All right, ladies, can you see me? Let me know if you can see me or not see me, but hear me. All right, so ladies, we are starting. Okay, perfect. You should be able to see me better now. All right, ladies, thank you so much for being here with me today. I apologize for not being able to show up yesterday. For some reason, I wasn't able to find the YouTube post feature. I was not feeling that well. If you remember the day prior, I was not feeling that well, and I really had to rest. And I just prefer to show up today and not do like a kind of a mini video just because I didn't want to confuse you. So for those of you who are new to my channel, for those of you where this is like the first video you're watching from me or you want to know more about this series, this is the Confident and Attractive Woman series that I'm creating for you. And this is the third video of this series where we are deeply exploring what makes a woman attractive and how really from her mind, from her beauty, from her soul, and from her heart. So, and also how to know how to really connect with her feminine energy so that she can keep the man's attraction forever, keep his heart forever. Because these are topics that I find to be really valuable for us as women. And many of you have been sharing with me the amazing value that you've been getting from these series. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for being with me. Thank you for just for being with here together. So for those of you who are joining, I would invite you to introduce yourself, to say hello, and to let me know any sort of breakthroughs that you've been having from the last couple of videos and what you're looking forward to get today, okay? Participation is so important here. It makes me feel like I'm talking with somebody, and I can talk a lot. So, but the thing is, if you are with me here, you're going to get a lot of value, and I will be able to kind of feel your energy more and know where to take this conversation to. All right. I also invite you to subscribe to this channel so that you get more videos on how to have, how to be the woman that has it all, that chooses herself, that is radiant, that is magnetic, that is alive, that is just like juicy, like from the inside out, and has an amazing partner by her side, right? My core belief is that love heals everything, and love is what we need most in the planet, both for ourselves, but to learn how to also share it with others. So just to give you a little bit of a recap of what we've been talking about in the last few series, in the last videos of the series, and what we're going to talk today is that we've been talking about what makes a woman truly attractive. And I've spoken a lot about what I see going on in the psyche of the feminine woman, right? The topics that we don't dare to discuss, the conversations that make us feel maybe unworthy, like beauty is unattainable or is always outside of us. We always have to be striving to prove that we're good, right? Or prove that we're good enough. And I personally believe that this puts us in a state of flight or flight, right? Never feeling fully at ease. And I've also seen this, that it translates to our relationship. Due to the lack of true understanding of our feminine energy, we create a lot of shadow, we create a lot of fear within us and around us when it comes to attracting love or just feeling accepted, understood, and really valued. So my job or my role here is to help you really uncover those things and help you really release those programs from your core that have been affecting what you let yourself have in your love life unconsciously or consciously for the moment being. The biggest revelation that we had, that we shared inside of these series, is that if you are going online and you are trying to meet the one, but things are not working, okay? You're meeting the same type of guy, men are not responding to you, and you feel sort of dejected, confused, or feeling like, okay, I have to wait for the right man to show up. Like if you're doing all the right things, but you're not getting the results that you want, chances are that it's not because you're not meant to have love, that men nowadays are not showing up in the same way. No, it's because you're a powerful woman. What does that mean? That you are consciously or unconsciously, or a bit of both, protecting yourself from the idea of love. All right. So when we look at other areas of our life and we understand this, because basically the main thing that I hear from women is, I must not be that attractive to the man, or, how do I know confidently that I am good, that he's not going to get bored, that he's not going to leave me for another woman? Like, what if another woman has something special that I don't have? Like, all of those conversations are part of the program that has led us to believe that we are not going to be loved truly for who we really are, and as women, and what makes us feel like we're not enough. Another of the revelations that we had was that as women, we tend to compete with each other. We've been taught to compete with each other for survival. Personally, believe that men don't have this at the same rate. Like, it doesn't show up as men that much, because men are taught brotherhood and honoring, like, their brothers, etc. But as women, we, part of the program that we've had in the last, I don't know, like years, let's say century or so or more, is that we have to compete for the approval of men. All right. So that unconscious belief shows up in a lot of women that I speak and see, is that in either you can protect yourself by closing yourself off. I've seen women who've gained weight. They gain weight to protect themselves from a man coming in, and then a man deeming them as them not being good enough. I've seen that happen a lot. Or fear of getting a lot of attention for their femininity or for their body. So I want you to see, I've seen this a lot. Women tell me, Nicole, I'm just not that attractive. That used to be my biggest block. And I see that because I just felt like, wow, if I let somebody in, he's going to judge me like my mom did. He's going to judge me like my family did about my beauty, right? So that is a really important thing. Now, because beauty and attractiveness, people immediately associate it with an energy of like it's superficial, right? What happens is that you don't necessarily look at it. You're like, oh, I want a man to desire me for my brains, for my mind, etc. All of that is valuable. But as you've seen in this training, when I talk about attractiveness, I'm not talking about just physical beauty. I'm talking about your soul. If you feel like you're worthy for the long haul, and really looking at this energy of understanding the energy of beauty at a deeper level, because beauty is not just looks, and devaluing your looks or trying to push it to the side to prove that on the inside you're good creates a division within you. Part of a woman's journey in learning how to keep a man's heart forever is falling in love with everything that she is. All right, is falling in love and understanding of, hey, I am unique. I don't have to compete. What I need to do is to fall madly in love with me. Okay. So is this making sense, ladies? If you can, I know that ladies are, a lot of women are here. If, I would love to hear from you. And let me know if it's resonating. For the first video, we did have a lot of participation, and I would love to be able to connect with you more. So this is really important, because beauty is not superficial. Beauty is a reflection of your soul, you really loving yourself and accepting and enjoying who you really are. So this journey, one of the things that cripples a lot of women is their relationship with themselves. If they're worthy, if they're beautiful, if they're going to be loved, and if they're like, feeling like they either need to defend their looks or hide their looks or neglect their looks or really work on their looks. I want you to see this. Like, do you see this energy? Like, even if it's not addressed, sometimes it's repressed. And when it's repressed, I see that it creates anxiety, creates loneliness, creates depression even. So working on this is essential for you to attract a man. Why? Not a man, your man, and the one that you really want, because the partner that you want. And let's talk about how you're going to attract it. Like, I'm talking about attracting a really high level man where you are in a relationship where you are in peace. Okay, you are in peace. You truly understand that you're more than enough. You truly enjoy yourself, and you have a certainty about yourself and about who you are at the level of your soul and your worthiness and the vastness that exists within you, versus maybe having a certainty around, and I'm saying maybe just because every woman is different, maybe having a certainty about your smarts, what you're capable of, but not necessarily of, hey, am I really intrinsically like it? Am I the gift? Am I the most unbelievable prize? Am I all of this, right? Bringing feeling good about yourself in regards to your looks, bringing feeling good about yourself in regards to your smarts, feeling good about yourself in your body, feeling good about your worthiness in your heart and your soul, bringing it all together makes you this incredibly attractive, magnetic, and super irresistible woman, right? And this is not just about the man, it's about bringing it all together for you, finding peace in your soul about who you really are. Okay, this is really important because I found this to be quite true, that men can pick up whether a woman feels good about herself or not. Okay, so the better you feel about yourself, the more attractive you become. All right, and what happens sometimes is that you can feel good about yourself alone, but when you bring in a man, everything goes down the drain, right? Or your insecurities come up. Part of what I teach inside of my love coaching business is to really understand that you want to work on these things, because believing the idea that you can, like, it's just normal to stay with these insecurities forever and not address them, that's a deeply disempowering belief. Doing your best to address them, to heal them, to correct them, to change them, that is an empowering belief that truly supports you and that helps you truly feel confident and at peace and with who you really are. Is this making sense, ladies? So this is something that we're going to be talking a lot about today. I've shared with you in the past videos some of the methodologies in which I help my clients truly release this. And I invite you to stay until the end, because we're going to do a fun exercise today on helping you truly start, like, it's going to help you start to see how you can start shifting things around. We're going to do a little bit of a clearing. So I encourage you to stay so that you see some of the things that can really start to impact you and help you change things around, okay? So this is a really important thing. Feminine energy. Today we're talking about truly healing your feminine energy and becoming the most radiant, the most attractive version of you, where you truly own that you are a total catch. You are Wonder Woman, so to speak, right? Like, you really need to own this. As women, instead of fighting each other and always trying to protect ourselves about whether a man is actually going to understand us, support us, or value us, or not be intimidated, like, we have to move into a space. It's a vision that I have for all women, is to truly accept who we are. And when we start to accept who we are, we really embrace grace, we really embrace our power, our attractiveness. And that's how men are going to pick up that for you, okay? Men are going to pick it up when you start to claim it. So today we're talking about that, really learning how to keep a man's heart forever, and we're helping you really build your confidence. So there are many things at play when you are attracting a man. You're attracting the one. Let's just not say a man anymore. You're attracting the one, because it's not just any type of man. This training is for the woman who wants an epic, amazing man, a one-of-a-kind man, right? You have your vision of the type of man that you want to be with. Like, this is a type of man that really understands you, the man that sees you, the man that would never leave you, the man that is super attractive to you, that is just perfectly compatible with you. So number one, in order to attract this type of man, ladies, and this is my best recommendation for you, like my number one recommendation, this is the point in which we start with, is that you want to ask the universe for your most compatible partner, okay? Your most compatible match, and is the partner that is the right fit for you for the long haul, okay? A lot of people don't know, they just ask for a soulmate, okay? Or somebody that makes their toes curl. But inside of all of that, you can attract different types of people that are not necessarily the most compatible for you in all aspects of your life or most aspects, okay? So I've learned specificity is key when it comes to the universe. You want to ask the universe to really bring into you somebody that is truly compatible with you. Second, you want to ask for this. Why do I recommend that you ask for this with clarity and with certainty and with passion? It's because sometimes you can just meet somebody, but that person is not necessarily the right fit, and you can put in your hardest work to try to make it work with that person, but that person was never truly compatible with you in the first place. Okay, maybe you had like an energetic charge or an emotional charge around him. Why? Because it was an emotional wound that you needed to release, something that was coming up for you. And that energy can sometimes translate into like a really strong charge for a person. So this is what I mean by the second video that I did is like when you learn how to build your relationship with the universe and you have a clear intuition path, clear communication path with the universe is going to help you learn how to release the things that are getting in the way for you, okay? That's why it's so important that you are taking personal responsibility and you are healing your own lane, you're walking down your own lane, because if we don't have that clear communication as women, centers of connection, of connectivity, right, of communion, of union, if we don't have that point of connection with the universe and we operate solo from our pains or wounds, that energy can take control over us, right? And it's just begging to be healed. So whenever you feel a charge with a man, this guy can be like really exotic, can seem kind of like a bad boy, but you're like, oh, it's so exciting. And then you bring out these qualities within you, the version of you that wanted approval, the version of you that wants to prove that, hey, I can change a man around, or the version of you that thinks ... Who knows what the case is. So inside of all of that, you don't understand that what you needed to do in the first place was to heal that, but you reenact it and you end up with heartbreak, right? But if you have a clear communication with the universe, with God, with your source, you will know that, hey, you need to take responsibility for this. There's a part of you that has not really learned maybe her true value, has not let herself truly be pursued or be chosen. There's a part of you that maybe is easier to be on the pursuer role, because if you don't pursue, you don't believe that they're going to pursue you back. You want to look at what's really within you, okay? Because every woman is different. Yes, there's sides to this. There is different ways in which this can show up for you. But the thing is that basically you want to really look at this and have a clear communication path with the universe, because when you heal this and you take responsibility for this, you're not just kind of like randomly meeting people there, like out into the world and kind of hoping or waiting for that man to choose you or to prove that you're worth. I know a lot of people who just stray away from doing this work because they're scared of it, but you don't have to be scared of it. It's actually helping you truly feel safe once again and reconnect with your worth once more. All right. So this is huge. This is a huge concept that is important to understand. So you first want to ask the universe for a really, truly compatible partner for the long haul in all aspects of your life. Okay. When you ask for that, number one, you're starting to tell to the universe, this is what I deserve. This is what I stand for. And this is what I want. What this does at an energetic and metaphysical level and truly just intentional level is that you are starting to or have absolute clarity about the type of man that you desire to have in your life. It connects you back to your vision. So if you want the man that is a one-of-a-kind man, right, the man that just gels really well with you, right, like he's the other piece of the puzzle for you, you are sending out a really specific message to the universe, okay? So if you build your intuition and you know how to really release those things that get in the way of you truly, really receiving what source or what the universe is telling you, you will start to fine tune what you want, and You will be able to let go of the people that are not the right fit for you. Okay. Second, this is an opportunity for you. The second piece of attracting the man that the type of man that is really going to value you is that you have to connect with him spiritually first. Is that my recommendation? At an emotional level, you have to be like, hey, I want the man that is a perfect fit for me. Okay. So if you have clarity about that, you can make a list of the things and the qualities of the type of man that you want. All right. Once you have that list identified, you then have to have an honest conversation with yourself. Do you believe that you can have this type of man? Okay. Do you believe that you can? Do you believe that you can be with him? Do you believe that he's going to truly choose you? All right. The answer can either be yes or no, but you have to be honest with yourself. And it could be yes in many angles and no in many angles, but go deep with this answer. Be honest with yourself. If you are not honest with yourself, then you will kind of go in circles or wait for the man to show up or blame if the man doesn't show up. But really, like I said, you're powerful. And the thing is that you are not being honest with yourself. So you want to have an honest conversation with yourself and step up, right? So here's the next piece of this. When you have this level of conversation with yourself and you hear a no, what most people do, well, most people don't even want to witness the no, right? Because it's too scary to admit it. But if you're a brave woman, like I know you are, you witness it and then you immediately work on it, okay? This is about being diligent with your vision and being really clear with yourself. You need to be honest with yourself. What happens is that what women do, or not women do, but like most women do, is that when they face such a triggering point of view, what they do is that they can either choose the level of consciousness of separation within them, the fear within them. They choose a consciousness of fear. So what would a consciousness be like? They will believe this very same thing that they need to clear. Okay, they will believe the very same thing that they need to clear energetically from their hearts, from their subconscious, and they don't wake up from that. Okay, so I'm bringing this up so that you can start waking up from your story right here and right now, and at least acknowledge it. So what are some of the common stories that I hear? Number one, there's something wrong with me. Who knows if I can have love? How is love going to work for me? It didn't work for my parents. Or if you, like, for example, I know this a lot from really highly successful women. It's like they have this thing. It's like, I'm successful, but I'm successful by myself. And they bring out this energy of maybe their parents not understanding them or accepting them to the forefront. And that pain, because they haven't know how to release it, they put it to the front of the situation, and it goes like, well, is he gonna accept me? Is he gonna is he gonna understand me? Because I'm meeting all these men that are intimidated by me, and they don't understand my drive, my vision, my passion. And then you start becoming really sad, lonely, depressed about it. But in reality, that's the energy that you need to clear. Right? So what I do with my clients is that you'd be so surprised at how deep we go with this. I truly help you feel accepted. I truly help you feel understood, because you need to first release that energy that you won't be accepted, that you won't be chosen, that you won't be considered good enough. Okay? That is the very energy that you need to release from your being. Then you release it, and I help you truly embody the energy and knowing how to attract the type of person that is going to accept you. But you first need to release the belief that you won't be. Then you need to truly accept yourself and open up your energy to allow the right people to accept you. Like I said before, if you are not meeting the type of people, the type of men that truly accept you, that celebrate you, that recognize you, that are the right fit for you, that turn you on in that sense, it's because it's not that you believe that you won't be accepted, or that it's hard to meet men nowadays like that. That is what your subconscious wants you to believe. But secretly and in reality, you are protecting yourself from that, because you believe that that type of man can hurt you. or will hurt you or will not recognize how good you are and how amazing you are. It's not the men out there. Because I hear this so much from women in Europe and Switzerland and Sweden and women in London, women in Los Angeles, women in San Francisco, San Diego, Panama, Colombia. Like I've worked with women from all over the world, and they always tell me, "No, Nicole, it's the men here, it's the men there," or "No, men here are not chivalry, like they're not gentlemen, right?" And I'm like, "Well, that's what you believe, so you make it real." But in reality, secretly, what was going on is that these women had the belief that they were not going to be good enough, that they were not maybe going to impress these men enough. Or if they didn't have the belief that they were not going to be good enough, they had the belief that the men would not be able to support them, to be there for them, or the man would think that they are too much, or that the man would judge them, condemn them. They were basically projecting the pain that they had with their parents out into the world to to the man, to the relationships, because it was unprocessed or unhealed energy that was just showing up to the forefront, and they didn't know what to do with it because it was a lot for them. And it is a lot, okay? Like it is a lot to try to process it and just kind of pat yourself in the back and be like, hey, I'm going to accept myself and the men are going to accept me. Look, it has not been that way for me. It has not been that way for my clients, because when we don't know how to process that energy well in an effective way in our system, we create kind of kinks in our energy, right? That bring us down, that confuse us, that sometimes make us sabotage, that stop our belief. And we just have this agenda to truly protect ourselves from quote unquote heartbreak. Okay? So we first really need to release that. You have to understand your inner child, or from however young you were, does not want to relive that kind of thing. So, but you're not going to relive it if you work on it, and if you learn how to work on it outside of just a mental picture frame. You know, like talking about this most of the time doesn't like fully really change this, depending on the person and depending on your upbringing, because I've seen it a lot of times happens for women is that they store this in their heart, many layers inside of their heart chakra. They store it into their soul, right? It's just points of view that you start to stand on. So that's why the work that I do is that deep. We work at the level of your soul too, so that you bring it all together. Okay, that is really important. So honesty is important, right? Third, responsibility is important. I've mentioned responsibility before. I'm going to mention it really quickly again, and then we're going to move to the next point. Because without responsibility, you're like, for me, like it's just a blame thing where you're either going to victimize yourself, or you're going to be in blame, or you're going to try to prove the reason why it was not going to work. And instead of this, responsibility means commitment. You can't just come in and try to attract the one, okay? You have to understand that the part of you that is trying is a part of you that's not fully believing that she is capable of having this love, right? Because I'm going to put it to you this way. A lot of people that I work with are really spiritual. They believe in God. They believe in a higher power. And they're so connected to God to manifest their abundance, their prosperity. It's like they made millions with it. And they're like, yes, it's so easy for them to attract the money because they're solely depending on God, and God is supporting them, and they believe that they're going to receive that way. So why is it that you're not like believing in God fully to show up for you in this arena? I'll tell you why. Because there is this I don't want to call it gap, but there's this kink in the connection, and that I've seen happen, and it's when I'll say it to you the way that a priest said it to me, or said it in an event that I went to. He said, you can't say that you have love for God, but you can't have love for God's people, right? It's so easy to rely on God for money because it doesn't you don't need to put your heart on the line, all right? You don't need to put your heart on the line where you're most bare. So money, in a way, for you is like a transaction of where God is going to provide. But when it comes to you being in relationship with other human being, right? you have to be willing to see the God, the universe in them, the kindness and the love in them, and that can exist too. But if you can't see that fully, right, there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't make yourself wrong for that. It just means that you need to heal and release something so that you can truly break free and let in the type of love and intimacy that you truly yearn for. I know that you're looking for like this really sacred union between you and an amazing man because that's what your vision is. So the path to do that is that you have to first admit what are your belief systems. If you have belief systems that support your vision or not, and if you are honest with yourself and recognize that there's parts of you that don't fully believe or trying to protect yourself, then you got to really do the energy release work to open yourself up to believe something different and to let yourself have something different. Okay? That is essential. So, ladies, those of you who are here, can you share in the comment section what are you getting from this so far? I'm just going to drink water for a little bit. I would love to hear from you. So, this is key. Okay? This is super, super key. You want to look at this. Like I said yesterday, like the day before yesterday, there's many areas where I tend to energetically help my clients release their stuff from. One is the ancestors line, in the sense of sometimes you can be carrying around your mother's beliefs about men, your mother's beliefs and chances about men, and because you're not aware that you took them on, you can be living them, and that's why it's so important to really step into your power in regards to this in a really big way. Then third, like I want to move into the next point of really really owning your confidence here. Okay, clearing is amazing. I do a lot of clearing with my clients. The process of clearing is not a process of what were you thinking about, love? Thank you so much for sharing. So clearing is amazing. I've shared with you. I told you your beliefs and your emotions have a mass, an energetic mass. So you can physically try to like work on your body or work on your looks or lose weight or gain weight, whatever the case might be. But if you're not feeling yourself, right, and if your energy is not just feeling yourself, but really open for love, then it's like you're walking around with blinders on, okay? And men are not seeing you because of that reason. Oh, okay. So one of the members here is saying my mom despises men. Right. So that would be an area to look at. Makes it hard to trust. So you see how, thank you so much for sharing that, how that is directly influencing you. So when we work together, basically I help you step into your own authority. One of the points that I actually see that happens is when you were a kid, you create this sort of bond or of loyalty with your parents, right? If your mom despised men, you kind of feel like it's treason against your mom if you let yourself have a truly successful relationship with men. Have you seen that? Because I've seen that a lot with my clients. I've seen it a lot. Deep in your subconscious, there's this idea of like, well, if I am successful in this arena, it means my mom wasn't, and I don't want my mom to feel bad, or I don't want to leave my mom alone. So you stay there and you forgo like your own inner and total authority over, you know what, I'm going to create something different. Or another angle of this is say my mom wasn't, what says to me that I can attract something different. Look, as I said, every woman is different, okay? And I help you specifically to see how these beliefs are showing up for you. Love is something that is really emotional and connected with you to your deepest core and to your soul, okay? So try to just understand love at the level of your mind. In my case, just leads to a lot of heartache. There are women out there that they can just talk about something and then love just comes to them. You want to know why? It's because they had a really positive upbringing about love. Um, and what I mean positive, it might not necessarily have been through actions, but they grew up with the energy of love. They grew up with the energy that they were lovable, that they were accepted in many ways, or at least they felt that energy. Okay. That is very important. But the thing is, if your mother was not able to source that energy of love for herself, okay, you probably didn't fully feel the energy of her truly accepting herself. You might have felt a love coming from her where she loved you, but she might not have necessarily fully loved herself. Okay? So she didn't learn how to truly say yes to herself. So you might and how does that can show up for you is where you might have a difficulty in saying yes to yourself, and you're in this limbo going back and forth about saying yes to yourself. You see what I mean? But if your mother and your father or whoever raised you had the energy of truly loving themselves and saying yes to themselves, they were able to give that love and they were truly able to accept you even further. And that's why you see other women can attract love in a different way. But that's on them. It's not up to you to compare yourself. Okay? Here's the way that I see it. We all have a learning bit of mastery on this planet. Some people already came in with the energy of love in them, and their path of mastery was money, or their path of mastery was well being. Okay? Others, it's love. Okay? And like I said, whether you believe in the past life or not, this can also impact. Other people might have worked on their love stuff in another lifetime. Okay? So they don't have to work on it here if you believe in that. So, or if you believe in God, the universe truly helping you, like, hey, this is what you're going to learn here, this is your path of mastery here, then you have to accept that and go with that flow and go with that energy and the path of least resistance, like Abraham Hicks says. So, if you're struggling with this and making yourself wrong for this, comparing yourself with your girlfriends, you're doing yourself dirty, okay? You can't compare yourself to another person and what they are going through, or what their relationship really is on the inside, okay? They might be really happy or not, but your job is to be like, hey, if she's that happy, I want to be that happy, and I want this for myself, and I'm committed to do this on my own way and follow your own path and your own vision. When you let yourself be supported by the universe, when you let yourself be supported by God, things will start working out and you will start to attract at an easier, faster rate. Okay? This is really essential and important for you to get here. Like, love is the area where I see a lot of people have so many hang-ups. And that's what the word means, a hang-up. Like, you don't move forward with it, right? Like, because things did not necessarily make sense, but I can help you make sense of things so that you can move forward in your life. Okay? So, do you have any other piece of anybody else has any comments? We're going to be moving forward right now into why confidence is important for you to attract the one. Okay? So, confidence. I teach a lot of confidence when it first comes with first, in order for you to attract the one, you have to first trust yourself and make a commitment and a choice that you will attract it. And you have to trust the universe and you have to trust your own power to attract it. Many of the, I want to say myths, but things that people can misinterpret or say about love is that you have kind of like no control over how love comes to you. And for me, it's more of like a co-creation with the universe, right? Because it will involve another person. Another person is going to come into your life, and that's going to make it new and exciting. But also, you need to learn how to have a command over your energy and what you let yourself attract. Okay, that is powerful. So why do I say that? You have to have a level of trust in yourself and inside of this process. So confidence in this sense means to say, hey, I am good enough for this relationship. I'm going to ready myself to feel worthy and deserving and just have a huge level of certainty over myself. and over my man and what I'm going to attract in my life. So what do I mean by that? Some of the areas that really need to build up certainty is really looking at your belief systems about men and about relationships. If you believe that relationships are going to be a lot of work, I would invite you to release that, like, or hard work. Relationships are hard. I don't take that in, like, when you work on yourself, you can really just choose, hey, relationships are fun, relationships are deep, and they're rich, and they're exciting to me. It's an incredible opportunity for me to open up, to explore deeper parts of myself and of my other, like the other person. Please don't take on the energy that relationships are hard, okay? You can always find something that's inviting or exciting rather than hard, depressing, or upsetting, okay? That's a choice that you get to make. Second thing about this is, and because once you've already identified the type of man that you want to be with, you want to also ask yourself, what type of belief systems do you have about men? Okay. Do you have a belief that men are loyal? Do you have a belief that men are faithful? Do you have a belief that men truly want love? Do you have the belief that men just want sex? It could have not have been your belief, but it could have been your mother's or somebody else's or what you saw on TV. Okay. So you want to also really clarify and clear your energy around your beliefs around men. If you have a belief that men are not monogamous, right? There's men out there that are monogamous, others are not. But if you are just walking around into the world thinking like, who knows what I'm going to find, you're not owning your power yet. You're not owning your attractive capability of saying like, hey, I'm going to attract a man that is truly compatible with me, monogamous, faithful, understanding, a rock star of a man, the man that truly turns me on, the man that is the most amazing man in my life, like the man that I just completely admire and cherish, okay, and follow or I decide to be with, man that I trust. You have to own that, and you have to be the point of attraction in which, he shows up. So what do you need in order to be the point of attraction to have this man show up? You need to have the belief systems that support it, okay? And you need to feel ready for it, and you need to know that you are worthy of it without needing to become the same masculine energy. You have to know that you're worthy in your feminine energy, okay? The other element about this, and I mentioned a little bit about this before, but it's this energy of you being accepted, and that a man is going to truly understand you and be there for you. You can't project your relationship with your parents or your family into what you're going to create with your man. All right? That is essential. So building confidence, in my opinion, when it comes to a lot of women, is really having your mind, your body, your heart, and your soul say the same thing. Okay? And look, I know that when I say soul, heart, or spirit, like, it can be like such a big term, and I get it, but you can have impact on it because you're all one. But if your mind and your heart and your body are saying different things, right, you're not feeling at ease fully in your flow about being a really confident and attractive woman, and you can attract different things in different moments because we want to really bring it all together. You want your mind, your body, your spirit, your soul, and your heart to say the same message. That is true confidence. I spoke to you the other day about my communication with my angels and about building that intuition and having that connection. The first time that I received information from my angels, they said to me, Nicole, do you know the difference between confidence, real confidence, or fake confidence? And I was like, what? What is it? And they said, well, real confidence, you don't care what people think about you. Fake confidence, you do. And that was it wasn't like a slap in the face for me, but it was like like it reached to my heart because if you're trying to protect yourself from people, like, there's something where you believe that they might not accept you, and you might take that to heart. Okay? So you want to really work on that because it affects your level of confidence. I invite you to clear these belief systems truly and really see your own power in action and just really connect with the future that you want to have, okay? A lot of people are kind of just seeing what's going to come to them rather than them choosing and actively attracting it, but also working on it. So working on their own energy. A lot of women put a lot of effort in trying to make a relationship work with maybe a guy that was not the right fit for them or is not compatible, but they're not necessarily putting the commitment on themselves to really be the perfect channel to bring in that love. And first they need to make that choice and commitment and not look back. I like one time somebody brought this passage from the Bible for me when they were, I think it was Lot and his wife, where they were told to not look back and just, leave the place. But his wife decided to look back and she turned into salt because she preserved an idea. That really resonated with me because we have to learn how to not look back. Okay. Then the second point of this is that you want to really be clear that once you made that choice, you want to really work on it and whatever God, the universe has to say to you about it. Okay? It's about love is an ongoing thing. So you want to connect with your vision really clearly. You want to connect with the future that you want to have. And you want to really build that confidence. You also want to really build your confidence in what you think is going to happen once you're inside of a relationship, okay? Many women have the belief that once you are inside of a relationship, the man is going to lose interest in you. You're going to have to be the one that takes responsibility for moving the relationship forward, for the man always being interested in you. Or a lot of women even feel like once they have kids, that they are not going to be that attractive to their man anymore, and the man is only going to see them as the mom, okay? So if you are aware of what your beliefs are of what you think could happen or will happen inside of a relationship, that's also a bonus point for you because you then know what are the things that you need to clear. Many times, this belief in particular about what can happen inside of a relationship, you take on more importantly from your mother's beliefs about love or your parents' beliefs about love, or the comments that people can say around you, and you start to agree with them without realizing that you have the authority to create something different and the decisiveness to create something different. So I inviting you to have a lot of awareness because when you have this awareness and you have this honesty with yourself, you can start to release it. I strongly do recommend to clear it. I've worked with people who have just, talked about it, but they didn't really fully release it. And it was a thing for them, like they just kind of needed to be in control. But hopefully that's not you, and you have the willingness to really listen to what source is telling you and to trust even further and just really see before you your miracle and what you really want in your love life. So, ladies, is this making sense? Basically, the point that I want to make with you here today is you want to keep a man's heart forever. You have to really work on your confidence and your self-worth and knowing that you are more than good enough. I've seen if life has not been necessarily that easy for you, or if you've had struggles in regards to this love arena, starting with your parents and then your relationships, you want to be able to release these beliefs. So once we do clearing together, what I do with my clients, I also take them through an integration process, an embodiment process, where they start to really receive and hold the energy of them being good enough. What they start to see is that they will stop thinking about exes. They will start thinking about what went wrong. They will stop thinking about the mistakes that they made or the mistakes that another guy made. They might stop trying to get a man's attention that is never, it's just not going to be in alignment with them. And they're going to start to really feel good about themselves, okay? Really feel good about themselves. When a woman starts to feel really good about herself, it's easier for her to attract the man that way, right? Because she's having fun with life. She assumes that life is going to work with her. She assumes that she's safe. She understands that she's safe. And because she truly accepts herself, right? And she lets herself be seen and loved for who she is, She attracts a man that truly accepts her for who she is and sees her in her goddessness, sees how attractive she really is. And because she can't get enough of herself, she attracts the type of man that cannot get enough of her either. Okay? So that is one side of the element, your relationship with yourself, right? The other aspect that you gain from this is how you treat a man once you do this work. And because when you are clear, let me find the best way to say this while I drink water. Okay. One side and one way of addressing this is the following. You find mastery over yourself and you feel really good about who you are. You feel like a queen, you feel like a badass, you feel like a goddess, like you're so on it, like you're on yourself, you love who you are. And that is awesome, right? So what happens is that when you show up to that relationship, you truly feel like an equal, right? And this goes beyond just knowing that you're an equal at a mental or emotional level. I'm talking at the level of your soul. And when you start taking that decisiveness over the level of your soul, you are attracting more so a type of love, like soul relationship that is ruled by peace, by harmony, because you are finally at peace with yourself and with your worth. And you know that you're at peace with your worth and who you are truly with yourself the moment that you also let yourself be loved by it too. Not just self-love, but you are at peace with who you are when you let yourself truly be loved for who you are and you let yourself truly have enriching relationships and you let yourself have your soul's desire. That's when you are at peace with yourself, okay? And who you are. You're no longer wonder if you're good enough or you're going to be too much. And the reason for this is because, like I said, you can rock it out. Maybe you've been attacked for being told that you're too much, and that's why you have your money. You've reached a lot of success in your life, and you can enjoy your money by yourself. Okay. Or you've been told that you were not good enough, and you can question that and trap yourself, for many years in a loveless relationship or being single or not seeing any sort of man coming into your life because you're protecting yourself from being told that you're not good enough again. Okay. The other case is the woman that's trying to protect herself from being told that she's too much or go through that ordeal again. Okay. So in both cases, you are alone, right? Like you are inside of the fear consciousness where you isolate yourself. What I teach my clients, we move into a higher consciousness of where you let yourself have more love, you feel more free, more of a love consciousness, trust consciousness, joy consciousness, peace consciousness, that those are the highest states of consciousness that there are, okay? So that is true irresistibility when you're at peace with yourself. Now, you will know how open you are and what you let yourself have by also, you will truly be at peace with who you are when you let yourself be loved for who you are and you're not afraid of bringing in somebody and confidently attracting the type of man that is going to accept you too. So the main area that you need to work on too, like I said, is not just on your self-love and you truly accepting yourself, but also working on letting yourself be accepted by the other person, and not just by physical actions. I'm not talking about compromising. I'm not trying to be like, oh, in a relationship, you need to compromise. No, I'm talking about you raising your energy to the point where you are releasing all the beliefs that people are not going to accept you, that they're not going to choose you, that they're going to wrong you or condemn you or damn you or whatever. And you are trying to protect yourself from that. And then you raise your energy, right, where you truly welcome in another person and the right person. You will see epic levels of success the moment where you truly start to see, like when you do this work and you start to see a different set of man coming into your life, a man that truly understands you. Then inside of that, you have to also, in keeping a man's heart forever, you have to practice responsibility in your communication, right? And not just practice, truly embody the desire to want to love one another in a really enriching way where you are at peace with who you are. And one of the elements that's going to be essential for this is that once you reach this place, you're not going to be, once we do this work and when we do this work together, you're not taking things personal. So whatever is said between the relationship and all of that, it can be worked on without it, you feeling like it's affecting who you are, right? And when you are in a place where you don't take things personal, that is truly sexy to a man, because you can have conversations and where there is no attack between you. When you have the desire to love somebody truly at the level of your soul, you don't ever have the desire to attack your partner, to let frustrations out with them. You release the filter where you take things personal and you shut down or you isolate from them. You have the willingness to look at yourself and address these things from a truly responsible way. And because you want that love from your soul, from a state of peace, what happens is that you attract, the type of man also that never wants to harm you. He just wants that soul connection, that union too. Okay? This is a man that has done work by himself too. And that is important to recognize, because what happens, that phrase that says love is a battlefield and you're going to get hurt in love? The type of work that I offer you, where you start to release those consciousness or those agreements that we make as a collective about love being a battlefield, love will hurt you, all those things, and you release that, man, not only are you not healing more of the world, but bringing in more peace to relationships in general, but the union and the intimacy that you're going to have and that you're going to create is so much richer. It's just richer, right? And you need to have that intention and desire as a part of you wanting to bring in your man, a relationship that's full of peace and harmony, right? Where you're not taking on part of the collective conscious beliefs about love being a battlefield where you're going to get hurt and all those things, or you're not trying to protect yourself from what you saw your parents had. Love is an energy that also requires direction, at a really high level, in my opinion, because I don't have the willingness to hurt anybody, and when you really have that desire in your heart to not want to hurt another person, to not want to hurt the other person that you're with, that's a high level state of responsibility. And that's one of the places where you can keep a man's heart forever too, because you are already working on the energy where you don't want to harm anybody. Also, you don't want to be harmed, but you're working diligently on taking responsibility of how you perceive things, of learning not to take things personal, of learning to raise the energy of a relationship even before it starts, because you are already setting the bar of the type of relationship that you want. You do not want a relationship where you're going to be guilted, where you will be shamed, where you will be ridiculed, wronged, right? Like when you are raising the bar in that sense and you stand for that, because what you want is kind of like a pristine, amazing, sacred type of love. You stand for that. And that's part of the oasis that you create for the man. So when you have that soul intention to not want to hurt anyone intentionally or anything like that, and you're working on your own lane to really release that kind of thing, of course, the man is not going to want to leave you and everything. Like, he sees who you are. He sees the goddess in you. He sees the home that you are preparing, not only for him, but for your family. Because it's your responsibility. You're preparing not just a place where to live or where to be with. Like, you're preparing a home, something that is really sacred. So that's why I always invite people to really work on raising their consciousness and having the awareness of really growing in regards to these topics, because it's important and it's necessary. Love is the area where we are the most vulnerable. So if we can recognize that a man is going to come in too with a state of giving who he is and putting himself out there, look, there's just no way that you're going to attract a man that is not going to show up for you at this level if you're doing this work too, right? Like attracts like. Maybe your man has been shaped by the things that he saw growing up, and he doesn't want to relive them. And he has worked to be a stellar type of man. Okay. So he doesn't want to harm you. He has good intentions by you. That's the type of man that you want to really bring in, and also do your work to be on your side of the street, to just do that work too, right? And not be loose with your words, not be defensive with your energy, not heal whatever needs to be healed, so that you're then bringing that up inside of that relationship and having the willingness to sabotage it, okay? I know that you're here because you want something special, and there is a pathway for you to actually clear this, release this once and for all. All right, ladies. So what are you getting by this so far? We're going to be doing a little bit of a clearing session. I tend to go really deep with this with both my private clients and my group clients. So it's just, we have sides to this. In the previous video, I shared with you many of the sides that we work on this, but there's more even. But like I said, this is not applied to everybody. When we work together, my programs are really intimate in the sense of I work with a set of women. And generally speaking, like attracts like, so it's a similar energy that shows up. But I look at what areas we need to release this, because not working on this is already reflecting signs for you in your life right now. Maybe you're feeling sad, lonely, anxious, depressed, or things are not working out for you. And you're losing hope. Even just losing hope is part of it. And you know what pisses me off about this, what triggers me about this, is that there's so many people out there that are reliving their parents' pain about love. And they're not letting themselves have anything different, because they don't even know why this energy is showing up for them. So my intention is to help you release it for good, and really release that massive energy that is keeping you kind of confused or stuck in the first place. Let me know if it's making sense. Let me know if you have any questions before we move into the clearing. And I'm going to need to hear from you for the clearing, ladies, just because I would love to know what's coming up for you, so that we can start clearing this right here, right now. What are your struggles in regards to attracting the one or feeling attractive? What seems to be happening for you? This is the only way that we can have this clearing. Yes, I can see what comes up and what I receive from the angels, but I want to make this relevant for you. So if you can type it up, that would be great. And also let me know what kind of questions you have. Are you enjoying this so far? For those of you who are fear of abandonment, that's okay. How so? Can you clarify? That would be great. Thank you so much for participating. Okay, so ladies, remember that I do have the program Goddess of Love and Stepping into Your Power. Stepping into Your Power, the doors are closing this Monday. So for those of you who are interested, ladies, definitely reach out to me. That program is going to be really great if you're feeling confused, if you're feeling like you want to have the clarity, absolute clarity that you're attracting the one. You want to avoid heartache. You want to avoid all those things. But more importantly, you want to really open up your connection to source, and you want to feel powerful and open up your channels to attract the type of man that you want in your reality, right? Where you want to really clear anything that's going on, maybe with your family, or you might have picked up some of your parents' energy around love. All of that we're going to be releasing really powerfully inside of Stepping into Your Power. And it's going to be a really magical program. Okay, really, 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 really magical program, because we are going deep in regards to this, and you're going to receive the tools that are going to help you not feel like you can't know what's going to come to you in your love life. Okay. And you will also really harness powers of magnetic attraction, manifestation inside of that program, because I'm going to help you want to really look into the energy to see what is getting in the way for you of really letting yourself have what you want. So, for example, you shared here fear of abandonment. That's one of the fears that gets in the way. So I could help you to really release that fear of abandonment and whatever attachment you have to that, and help you really truly strengthen your power. Like, you know what? I'm going to attract the type of man that stays, right? I'm going to attract the type of man that is amazing, right? You're going to let yourself have what you want and not just like, get in the way of like, let your fear get in the way. So you're saying my mom was divorced multiple times. My divorce was just finalized. It's all I know, really. Losing faith in true love. I'm really sorry to hear that, love. What do you mean by it's all I know, really? What is it that you feel is all you know? I invite you not to lose faith in true love, because true love exists. What do you feel like is the gap that you have in having that faith? What would give you that certainty? Can you tell me? I want to really say this to everybody. The main thing that makes you lose faith in love is because you are looking at the world around you and what other people are creating or recreating in their life, and feeling like you have no power over what you can attract in your love life, because it's like more like a circumstance based thing. It depends on who I attract. But in reality, the biggest gift that you can give yourself is actually learn how to be in your power and attract. See, it's kind of like, when those horses are like in a race and they only like they have their views like this. This is how you need to be. Okay? Why? The person around you, you have no idea if they're living out their best life or they're not, right? And then they give you a comment or they give you a recommendation and you don't know what it's based off, like based on what they saw in their parents live, based on failed relationships, based on successful relationships. You don't have no idea. You can't put your eggs in the basket of what people tell you, like based on what you see. It doesn't work that way. You need to bet on yourself and work on yourself. You need to put the blinders. Yes, exactly. So can you tell me, love, when you say it's all you know, really, what is it that it's all you know? And what would give you that certainty? Because here's the thing, you are the only person that can give yourself certainty. You see what I'm trying to say here? You see what I'm saying here? You are the only person that can give yourself certainty by learning how to own your power. When you are focused on what other people are going through, including your parents, and you're defining yourself by that, you're giving your power away. You need to learn how to own your power of decisiveness and be like, I do not want that. What do I need to unlearn or release? Release at an energetic level, at an unconscious level, at any level. I mean, look, I know what I want. I want love. God, universe, I'm going to align myself for it. I'm not going to let what other people live define my kingdom, my future. I'm not going to do that. This is a fierce type of self-love and also openness to work on yourself, to show up. Because here's the thing. We're all guiltless in truth. Your parents didn't know any better, right? But then if they didn't know any better, if you blame them for what you're going through right now, then you fall into a loop. But it's just your responsibility to be the leader. Be like, hey, I want something different. I'm going to give myself something different. I am bigger than what I think I am. So you just gotta try. Not try. You know what I believe in, commitment, but you just gotta go for it and let yourself be supported in the process. Perfect. So, all right, love. Thank you so much for sharing this. We're gonna be moving into the clearing, and let me know, please, if what I'm sharing to you is making sense. And I will also love to talk with you. So I believe you have the link to set up a time to talk with me too, if you're interested. Just because I know that I can help you, specifically with Step Into Your Power. Right? Goddess of Love is a longer program, and it's for the woman who is just really willing not only to fall in love for herself, but wants to create that oasis for the man too. So they work really well together, but you can do one or the other too. And I can totally help you really have that clarity. Okay. So clearing wise, I invite you to close your eyes. If you're driving, please do not close your eyes. Thank you very much. Just listening along, and then you can do this later. But it's still going to have an impact on you by doing this. I have different energy modalities that I work with my clients. So I'm actually getting that it's better if we start with EFT first, and then we're going to move into another modality a little bit later. Okay? So you can open up your eyes. Sorry for that, but that's the one that I'm getting today. So you're just going to tap after me. EFT is Emotional Freedom Technique, and it stands for Emotional Freedom Technique, but it's like acupuncture, but without the needle. So we're going to be tapping inside of meridians that you have in your body, moving the energy, right? Releasing stagnant energy, stuck energy, shock energy of like, oh my God, this happened. And or energy that just makes you lose energy about something. Okay. So even though I've been losing faith in my love life or in myself, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I've kind of been sort of stagnant, observing what's happening around me and not knowing how to change it or fix it, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. If you see me yawning, and if you feel the need to yawn, you can do it too, as energy moving. Even though I have a lot of fear of opening up and trusting that I can attract the right person into my life, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Now you're going to tap above your eyebrow. I really want love. I desire to be loved. At the end of your eyebrow. Now we're going to go under the eyebrow. I'm lacking confidence in myself. I've seen a lot of heartbreak in my family. I saw it growing up underneath your mouth. This is on your chin. And then you're going to go 2 fingers above your collarbone, okay? To your left if you are using your left hand, and to your right if you're using your right hand. I don't know what to do. I feel confused under your arm, right around your brow line. Now, top of the head. I want love. You're going to go to your top of the eyebrow again. And I'm going to stop using reference points just now. Just follow along with me. I want love, and I feel confused. I think I feel confused all the time. I'm questioning myself way too much. I want it all, but then I don't take the right action steps that I need to. I'm wondering if it's going to work for me. Why would it work for me? How do I do all of this? It seems impossible. And I still kind of want to do things by myself. Hesitating to move forward. Hesitating if I'm making the right choice. All this energy of hesitation. I'm giving it up right here and right now. I'm tired of giving up on myself. I'm tired of giving up on others accepting me and understanding me. I'm not being chosen. I'm so fed up about this. Why am I quitting and giving up on myself? Why am I nonchalant about this? Why am I quiet? Why am I not saying yes to myself? What is it going to take for me to see my true worth and value? I need to move forward. I need to build self-trust. I need to step it up. I have so many fears about love, about my own self-confidence. I keep questioning all that I do. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? You know what? I haven't done anything wrong. I am good enough. I am worthy. I am deserving. And anywhere I stop myself from doing the things that will help me love myself more and have the love that I want, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. I just release all of it now. I'm willing to love myself more right here and right now. I'm willing to be a yes to myself. I'm willing to say yes to my vision. I let go of waiting. I let go of suffering. I let go of punishment. Anywhere I might be punishing myself for my mistakes, past mistakes. I release all of that now. All this energy of punishment, of sorrow, of not moving forward, I completely release it right here, right now. Help me, universe, God, light, source, to truly love and value myself more. Help me to just show up for myself, to give things a go, to give myself a go, the right chance, the right opportunity. Help me build the self-trust, the trust that I need to keep moving forward. I need deeper confidence. I need to keep going. I need to have the courage to move forward, the determination to trust myself, the determination to let myself be helped. If there's any shame, vulnerability, fear of judgment, anything that could be showing up from me letting myself be supported or move forward or be seen, I completely release it out here right now. Show me, universe, where to go, who to trust. Show me who can help me truly. Help me build confidence in myself. I can make the right choices. Help me feel joy once again. And help me raise my belief. Anywhere you feel like you don't do things right, release all of that now. Any lower feeling or vibration that's affecting my energy field right now, it is being released right here and right now. Any lower vibration that I've been holding on to does no longer serve me to attract love, to have the amazing love that I want. We completely release it at all levels now and forever. All of this energy, we completely release it at all levels now and forever. I'm a confident woman in my business, in my career, in my finances. I can have this confidence here too. I open up my channels to receive your guidance. And to trust the steps to move forward. To bring in the type of love that I truly want and deserve. I allow myself to feel good. To believe in myself. To change my stories. And to open up. I let go of all martyrdom, loneliness, all energy of loneliness, any unconsciousness. And I ask you to please help me raise my energy right here, right now. Help me. I let go and surrender of all punishment energy right here, right now. I let go of all punishment energy right here, right now. I embrace myself. And I am willing to know that I am attractive, that I am it, that I am the one, that I am precious and irreplaceable. I trust myself right here, right now. And I keep moving forward and letting myself have the love that I truly want and deserve. I love myself. I love myself. I let myself feel love for myself. I love myself. I raise my belief. I keep going. And I trust. I feel elevated right here, right now. I feel good. And I let go right here, right now. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, ladies. All right. How are you feeling? Let me know in the comment section below. All the yawning is good. It's energy that's moving, that you're releasing. I have different types of clearing methods for my clients. EFT is one of the starting ones, and then we move into deeper ones that really help you start to release things or just fully release things from your core, from your center, from your chakras, from your soul, from your subconscious. And I go at every layer with you inside of my programs. Uh, then also I help you truly integrate the new energy of you being like more than good enough, stepping into your truth, and helping you feel attractive at an emotional, physical, heart-based, subconscious, soul-based way, so that you're vibrating the same energy on all places. And obviously, this takes time. This takes you need to have the willingness to have the space, the time to show up and to do this for yourself. And you're not only going to see progress, but you will attract the one. And both of these programs, they last months, but your man can come in quicker than that. And it's even better sometimes that way, because you're still doing the work when the man shows up, and I can help you see whatever comes up for you in that moment. And it's really rich. So ladies, how are you feeling? Please let me know what's coming up for you. How are you feeling? Are you feeling more relaxed? The last thing that I want to invite us all to do is that I want you to visualize. You can close your eyes, and you're going to visualize pink energy coming in from the sky, loving energy that's coming in from source, from your angels, just fully supporting you. It's really helping you with the consciousness to really trust yourself, to be assertive, and to have the courage to give yourself what you need, to give yourself to have the courage to say yes to yourself, to show up for yourself, regardless of whoever it is that you do it with. It's just that you're willing to step forward and to take your leap of faith. Visualize in this moment a lot of green and blue, kind of baby blue light coming in from your feet, below your feet. And this energy is strengthening you and giving you the confidence, the willingness, the decisiveness to move forward, step forward, and have your leap of faith, value yourself more, and feel worthy of your ideal love life, and have the willingness to move forward, whoever it is. And then you let yourself truly be helped, and then you don't get in your own way out of having your most ideal love life. So anywhere where you could get in your own way, you might question yourself. Let this beautiful light really bring in consciousness for you. Really consciousness so that you can hear your messages clearly from your angels, from source. And you have the heart to follow through. To take your leaps of faith and grow. Regardless of whether you work with me or with somebody else, my intention is that you can truly hear your guidance, communication with the universe, so you can see where they're pointing you at. And you can actually know that you're loved, that the universe loves you, your angels love you, you're loved. Because when you grow that connection with the universe and you can hear clearly, you avoid heartache. You avoid making mistakes. You actually have a really clear path ahead of you. And that is your birthright as a woman, to be that intuitive, to be that clear. See, a lot of people feel or take on the energy of being confused, but in reality, you're meant to be clear. So anywhere where you don't let yourself be clear, all that energy, we are completely releasing it right here, right now, so that you can start taking clear action and with decisiveness. Feel this beautiful pink light coming in from the sky and this beautiful green and blue energy coming from below. See how they merge together and sustain you and supporting you and helping you increase your consciousness. And any message that you're meant to receive right here, right now, from the universe, from your highest good, from God, from source, from your angels, just receiving in this moment. Anything that gives you certainty, that supports you, can receive it now. Now, imagine roots growing from your feet, going to the center of the earth, really beautiful, colorful roots, supporting you, strengthening you. And really envision the type of relationship that you desire to have. Really envision it. Who is that man? Who is that one-of-a-kind man? Why is he so special to you? How does he treat you? What do you want to create together? Do you want to build an empire together? Is he a visionary man? A man that takes you places, that shows you the world, that brings in light to your life? I feel like this is a man who shows you the world, who has perfect clarity of who he is and what he sees in you. How do you feel when he only has eyes for you? Imagine seeing him right now, looking at you in the eye and only putting his focus on you. He grabs your face and he caresses you. How does that feel? How does that feel to know that you created this? How does it feel for you to put your hands on his face. Grab his jaw. How does that feel? Because this is a man of certainty, a man who knows what he wants and knows what he wants when he sees you. And the truth is that he wants you and only you. Who do you need to be? What do you need to own? Feel as you embrace him and as you embrace each other. And in this moment, he's giving you one message that is going to move you forward, that is going to align you to meeting him. What message does he give you? Take it to heart and really listen. What path does he tell you that you should take? What is going to truly align the two of you together? And if you have one message for him, what would that be? Now, in this space, make a commitment to meet him and to align yourself with it. Feel how this energy of divine responsibility takes over you, and you willingly choose to take responsibility to meet your man, your most ideal man. You accept it. You take the responsibility not only to meet him, but to be in vibrational alignment with him to create your most amazing, epic relationship ever. Feel that energy, feel that choice that you're making, and take on that responsibility. From that place, invite your angels, invite the universe in, all of the highest good to just truly guide you, to show you the way, what needs to happen. Let yourself receive those downloads right here, right now, and feel your energy expand and expand and expand in clarity, in courage and willingness. To say yes to yourself and to commit, stay the course, challenge yourself, grow, go past the limits you've created for yourself, the boundaries of what you believe is possible, and stretch that out and just go into what is new for you. Create a new future outside of what you even thought was possible in the beginning. So even as this is new for you, you can feel yourself grabbing the hand of the universe, of your angels, of light, giving you the courage to just jump, take that leap, and go into the unknown with confidence. Now you're truly putting your feet on the earth from this leap with new clarity and a path to follow and move forward with. We give thanks for the support that we've received today from your angels, from the universe, from your inner guidance. We give total thanks, and we give thanks to you, to your higher self, for being here, for having the willingness to do this. And when you're ready, feel free to just inhale, exhale, and to open up your eyes. How are you feeling, ladies? I added a link here for those of you who are interested to know more about stepping into your power and goddess of love, and you would like to have a private conversation with me. You can set up the time there. I will open up time to talk tomorrow for those of you who are interested, and I might come on live tomorrow too to do a Q&A. You would really love stepping into your power and goddess of love. And if you have any questions, anything that would really you would want to know, please let me know. And you can also reach out to me and send me an email at Nicole@NicoleAlisa.com. All of that information will be on the link in the description below. And I would be delighted to support you. And this has been a really rich series of videos. I'm really looking forward to hear from you. What have been the biggest takeaways? And I would love to hear from you right now. How are you feeling after that experience? Did your man tell you something interesting? What did you hear? What did you see? That would be really great to know. Who would like to share, ladies? Who would like to share? All right, ladies. Oh my God, I love that. Yes. I love that. I love that. I love that. Awesome. 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 And I would love to support you too, however I can. So, ladies, please tell me what were your biggest takeaways from this training. I would love to hear from you what you got. What was your biggest takeaway? And also let me know if there's any specific topic that you'd like to hear from me more from, and I would love to support you too. I'm waiting here. Okay. Awesome. You're welcome, ladies. You're more than welcome. So, those of you who are interested, all the information will be posted here below. You know how to reach to me, Nicole@NicoleAlisa.com. And that is Nicole at Nicole ELISSA.com. It has been an absolute pleasure. And let me just write this here for you. Oh, sorry. It's not clear here. Perfect. All right, ladies, it's been an absolute pleasure. Take care. And I'm really looking forward to see, like, for the people who are already joining, step into your power and goddess of love. I'm truly, like, thrilled to support you into, like, for the end of the year and to coming next year. I am really delighted and just really looking forward to see all the amazing things that you create. And once again, thank you so much for trusting me and for the information that I am providing with you, that I'm providing for you. All right. Have a beautiful night.